morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, what's going on? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. My shirt says you are my sunshine, so that's the note we're off on today. Today's video might not be the most entertaining, but it's very important for me to share with you guys. I feel like it's my duty and obligation to help inform you guys about this. Basically, I'm gonna be talking about how hormones are impacted by our training and nutrition. Now, this is something that I literally had no clue about for the longest time in my fitness journey. For the first 3-4 years, I had no clue about hormones. I had no clue that there was any tie to our diet and training and all that stuff, when really I've learned that there's a huge tie and correlation between the three of them. And just the YouTubers that I would watch to help to learn and things like that, it just was never addressed. It was never brought up. My goal isn't to try to come across that I'm a know-it-all, that I know everything, because I definitely do not. I'm not an endocrinologist, I'm not a doctor, but I have done my own personal research, and more than anything, I just want this video to help make you aware and help to open up the conversation to hopefully motivate you to do your own research and dig a little bit deeper and initiate and spark your exploration journey into this whole other concept of health. So with all that being said, let's go make some breakfast.
And I be doing it to death, and now I move a little bit. So we struggling and hustling and sit it and get it. Every always gotta do it, take it to another place, gotta taste it, and I gotta grab it, gotta have it, have it.
Look at me now, oh, look at me now, yeah.
Okay, I just filmed this whole clip and it was madly zoomed in, but it's okay. So hello, we are now at the gym. We're going to go hit legs, and unfortunately I can't show you guys the full workout today. I'll show you some glimpses, but in the video that you guys are going to see a week from when this uploads, you'll be able to see the full workout in depth, and it's gonna all make sense. It's for the sake of a video, and you guys are gonna love the video. I already know it, so it's gonna be worth the wait. I know this vlog is haven't been full of a lot of things just yet, because I went for a walk earlier, then I just was doing some work-ins, just stuff that wasn't vlog worthy, I guess. So yeah, but so I just wanted to touch base on hormonal levels and give an introduction to how it is impacted through training and exercise. And then after my lift, I'll give you guys some more tangible points to take with you home after this video. So basically, I get a lot of questions about the term HA because I've touched on it recently in some of my recent videos, where previously more of my older content from past fall had a lot to do with HA. So if you're new, HA stands for hypothalamic amenorrhea, and it's basically when you lose your period due to high stress. Now, this high stress could be from either just plain old life stressors, or also overtraining and or under eating. Basically for me, I developed HA when I was studying abroad in Spain. So a year from this past February, it's February of 2020, I went to study abroad in Spain. I was living with the host mom, and she completely was in charge of all of my meals. She genuinely cooked every single meal for me to make. She packed my lunch, everything. And it wasn't like here in the States where there's I could go and eat snacks in my pantry. So I just was eating whatever she was giving me. And compared to what I was eating previously, it was middle of the winter. I kind of was in a bulk. I was skiing and weightlifting at that time. I was here skiing in Utah and then went straight to Spain. So compared to my previous caloric intake, I had cut my calories really drastically unintentionally, again just because I was eating what she was giving me. My gynecologist wasn't worried because it was a whole new environment. She just thought it was because it was a new routine, all that stuff, so we didn't stress about it. Came home from Spain, yada yada yada. Long story short, 8 months later I still hadn't gotten a period. So at that point we're okay, something else is going on that's preventing you from having a period. Got my hormones tested. My estrogen came back insanely low. The normal range for estrogen is very broad. It's anywhere from 20 to 300, and 20 is being a post-menopausal grandmother. Okay, it's really low. Mine came back at 17, which is insanely low. So we were okay, something is, something external is causing your estrogen levels to be really low. Then we came to the conclusion that it had to have been my training and my diet. And also last summer I was lower body fat percentage than I am now. I was 4 pounds lighter than I am right now. I was doing HIIT every single week. I was eating a lot less than I am right now, and I also was doing some distant biking, 30 to 45 minutes. So it's not I had a crazy unhealthily amount of exercise, but it was too intense and long compared to the amount that I was eating. I didn't have those two pillars balanced. So basically my lack of calories in Spain is what caused me to lose my period, and then my training body body fat percentage and lack of calories is what prevented my period from being able to come back. So I healed it completely naturally just through my diet, exercise, and stress management. So if you're struggling with the same thing, I definitely recommend that video. A lot of people who follow me and a lot of girls like our age, we have like irregular or missed periods, but like people just don't think anything of it because they're kind of like, woohoo, like I don't have a period, that's sick, which I understand that, but having a regular menstrual cycle is so indicative of just your overall health as a woman, your youthfulness, your fruitfulness, and having a regular menstrual cycle is also indicative of your hormonal levels and hormonal balance. So if you're having missed periods or they're very late or your cycle isn't regular, like that could be a really big sign that there's hormonal imbalances going on, which down the road compound to other issues. And I don't say this to scare you, I just say it so you guys are aware, because this is something I had absolutely no clue about. I just didn't even think of it. Especially if you guys saw my last vlog and got like a glimpse of my dad. The way I was raised was very much like you should be giving your all in your workouts, and if you're not training super intensely, like clearly you're not taking your training seriously. I always just thought like the harder I trained, the better. That means the better I was doing, the better it was for my health. When I've learned that like the harder does not mean the better, the more intense does not mean the better. Like sometimes more mild workouts and things like walking are actually what is best for my health, instead of going as hard as I can 6 days a week. So I'm gonna go work out. I feel like this is enough for the rant, and I'm gonna come back and I'll tell you guys some more like tangible tips and stuff about hormones. One more song. I hate that I love this song, but I do.
It's the remix, and you know what's up. Hey, hey, hey.
Decent workout, not like awful, but like could have been better, you feel me? But now I'm gonna go meet my friend. We're gonna do a quick grocery store run, and then I was going to come back and I was going to tell you all about hormones. Good ciao. Can I get a warm hello? Okay, it's the next day and I'm here to finish the chat. The day got away from me the other day, so here we are. I'm wearing a bathing suit top to the gym. It's my new thing. In case you didn't know, it's for back day and it's like it's fitting. This is from Frankie's Bikinis, and then these jade green leggings are from Alpha Elite. And I just love the color combination. Sorry, I just got an email. So now I kind of want to share like how I make sure I'm mindful of my hormones and the things that I do to help with my hormonal health. First thing that I do, and something that I really learned that kind of like I said previously was a hard pill to swallow, is to make sure I'm mindful of how intense my sessions are and how frequently my intense sessions are. I used to do HIIT sessions like 2, 3, 4 times a week back in the day, like 2 years ago now. I had no clue the risk that ran for my hormonal health, especially if you are in a deficit. Personally now I don't do HIIT at all, but I did implement it in when I was like actually in the heat of my cut and trying to lean out. But I only did 1 session per week, and I made sure it was only like 15 to 20 minutes, including the rest periods. The next thing that I keep in mind is my healthy fat intake. A lot of bodybuilders specifically always push, at least what I always hear is like protein and carbs. If you want to build muscle or whatever, like those are the main things, and they kind of just like keep their fat at some random level, and usually in my opinion it's like too low. Fats are crucial for hormonal health and for hormonal regulation, especially for us females. It's really important for hormonal function. So again, I don't track calories, but I definitely try to have fats in almost every time I'm eating, or at least like 3 to 4 out of my 5 to 6 meals for the day. I would say like 35% of my diet is fats. I would say 30 to 35% to give you guys some more like tangible gauges. Next thing, omega-3s. So many people neglect omega-3s and also just do not get enough of them in their diet. Now, omega-3s is a type of healthy fat, if you don't know, which again is really important for hormonal health, hormone regulation, the whole 9 yards. For me, my hair is a lot shinier, my skin's a lot glowier when I'm on my omega-3s. So omega-3s are in things like salmon, chia seeds, flax seeds, that type of thing, and even like a supplement. Next thing is sleep. Sleep is huge. That's when you give your body time to regulate everything and balance out your hormones. If you are sleep deprived, your hormones are going to suffer because of it. It's gonna make your hormones all out of whack. So I try to have, you know, the normal recommended 7 to 9 hours of good quality sleep. I make sure that I have like the blue light turned off on my phone when it's getting later in the evening so the blue light doesn't keep me up. I try to keep like a more mellow atmosphere at night. I keep my big bright lights off of my room just to help me wind down and like synchronize my circadian rhythm to get ready to go to bed and then sleep hopefully thoroughly throughout the night and then wake up kind of around when the sun-ish comes up, just early morning. And going with that same thing, stress management. If you're just stressed out like in your day-to-day life in general, that is going to cause a spike in your cortisol levels, which and can also affect your other hormonal levels. Your cortisol levels are your stress hormones, just in case you didn't know that. That's why I'm super big on my mindful practices, stress management. I journal, meditate, walk, just working through my thoughts, mindfulness, paying attention to the way that I'm thinking, all of that stuff throughout the day to help with my mindset and my mental, to hopefully help de-stress my mind and inevitably de-stress the body, because the mind and the body are completely linked and are dependent on one another. And then of course, just the last one, in case this wasn't already obvious, just making sure that you're eating a sufficient amount of calories. Some signs that you're under eating could be like hair loss, really low energy, not being able to stay asleep or fall asleep. Those are really big signs for me to indicate that I just haven't been eating enough fuel in my body. If I'm feeling really weak in my workouts, if I'm not being able to push as much weight, all that sort of stuff is indicators that I'm not fueling my body enough. So yeah, that's my 411. That's my little hormone debriefing. I hope it helped. I hope it opened up your eyes a little bit, to say the least. And thank you guys so much for watching. We also hit 10 freaking K, which is insane. So thank you guys so much. I think we're at 11K now. I really appreciate you guys' support. I'm stoked to keep growing. We're going to the moon, people. Also, I wanted to leave you guys with an affirmation, and that is, my energy is grounded, whole, complete, drawing, and charged with love. That's my like go-to affirmation lately, and I love it. It makes me so happy. So with all that being said, I love you guys so much. I'm sending you so much love. Thank you, of course, for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.